Welcome back to NoticeGT, and for our first story today we are talking about Porsche. Now, I've never really liked Porsche because, well, I respect them. I have the complete respect that any person can have for Porsche, but at the end of the day, you guys do kind of just make the same car over and 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 over again, and it's like, come on, can we please change the design? Especially because at this point, you guys make so many cars. You need to diversify. You ever heard of that? Speaking of diversify, they have, financially at least, because they've just started an IPO. An IPO is an initial public offering, which basically means that they've gone public on the stock exchange. So now you can buy part of Porsche. But you can't, because most of the investors who invested in Porsche were zeroed out because of the demand. Even though, funny enough, 75% of the shares went to 4 major investment banking companies: Qatar Investment Authority, Norway's Sovereign Wealth Fund, T. Rowe Price, and the ADQ. Those 4 have most of Porsche. And the reason I bring this up is because I want us to keep an eye on Porsche and see how they change and how they operate in the future, because now they have a bottom line, they have investors they have to answer to, and, well, it's like a real company. Like, they need to worry about profits. So let's see how they operate now. Will there be a drop in quality control and quality in general? Will their car start looking a little nicer? Time will tell. And one thing time has told us is that Tesla ain't all sunshine and rainbows, because the superchargers they have, which originally were meant to be free, in California have just had another price hike. They've gone to 50 cents per kilowatt hour. So that's about $30 to fill up your tank. But at the end of the day, it's just going to get higher and higher and higher the more EVs come on the grid, because our electrical grid system does not have the infrastructure to support that many EVs. When you turn on your light at peak hour, you have just turned a coal power plant on somewhere in the United States. Okay? This energy, when you plug in that Tesla, that's not clean energy. I'm sorry. Honestly, a part of me is starting to think that maybe this is Elon Musk's master plan, you know? He's trying to kill the planet faster because he has the only company that can get us off this planet. Either he's an evil genius or he's just a moron. And speaking of morons, I recently learned of a new word. It's called icing. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with Mexicans. So icing is when an ICE, or an internal combustion engine, parks where an EV is meant to park. And I have 2 solutions to this problem, because usually it's just annoying, but sometimes it can boil over, you know? I have 2 solutions, very simple. 1, EVs, then if I can't park my internal combustion engine in an EV spot, an EV cannot park their car in my spot. Although that doesn't really work. But my second solution, it's a lot better. Basically, put all these EV chargers and this EV only parking in the back of the lot. Why? Because they're not disabled, they don't need help, okay? They bought that Tesla, or they bought that EV, or whatever the hell it is. They bought that thing because they want to feel better about themselves. At the end of the day, they did this because the world is telling them over and over again that you have to somehow solve the world's problems. And for some reason, your dumbass listened, and now you actually feel like you gotta do something. So you bought this Tesla or EV because now you can't see the fumes. They don't exist. Listen, if you're under the age of 25, there's 3 things you can do. You can study, you can learn, or you can read. And if you think about it, their own logic should support putting them in the back of the lot, because ICE cars, of course, they spit out horrible emissions. And They don't want these emissions in the air. They want to save the planet. So let us park faster and turn off our engines while you can take your time. Right? Honestly, just don't buy a Tesla. You're not helping anyone. Except Elon Musk, who as far as I'm concerned, is evil. Now, if I've accidentally ruined your day, I'm sorry. If I haven't, watch this. Funny enough, my McLaren works just fine. Boom. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and if you want, you could subscribe and join us on this ride. Peace.